From a very young age, I remember that I was feeling lonely, depressed. I remember specifically at the age of 13, that's when I fell into deep depression. I would lock myself in the room.
Very angry all the time because of my father. My father left me when I was 1, and he left me and my mom and my siblings all alone.
I would write suicidal notes.
I set up a date to kill myself.
I specifically remember over and over writing, "I'd rather be dead than alive." And I would stick those notes on the wall. And I would read these notes every day.
I drank alcohol, I used some drugs, drank some pills, and I just passed out. I got an overdose for the first time.
Feeding my mind and my soul with this garbage. And slowly I started to believe these lies of the devil, that I wasn't good enough, that I had no value, that I would never end up anywhere.
I started again using drugs again. I started drinking again, doing the same thing.
I started to have constant headaches every day. I would go to the doctors and I didn't know what was wrong. The doctors didn't even know what was wrong. I constantly asked myself, why me? Why was this happening to me? Why couldn't I be quote unquote normal like the people around me? I remember seeing that, for example, my mom, failure after failure after failure in her relationships. She never got married. My aunts, my cousins, it was a lot of failure all around me. My sister, all the women in my family have failed in their love life.
I never had a real relationship before. So as a depressed person that I was, I never thought that I could be with someone. So I never had someone like more than like 2 months. I used those girls for my own pleasure, and I decided to not get married at all.
And I knew exactly what I didn't want for my life. I didn't want to fail in my love life. I wanted to cut that curse from the root. And I wanted to find someone, first of all, from God, and secondly, who would love me just as much as he loves God. But God in first place. And that Thursday morning, I remember I stepped in. I came to the church. The doors were open. I was received with open arms. I felt loved. I felt welcome.
And that was my first time heard they have the love therapy.
And I went to the service. From that day forward, I remained in the church.
And we were doing the love therapy together. So we started talking, so we started know each other. So then we started a real relationship.
Because I wanted to ensure that God was in the mix, that God was in the middle of this relationship, of this future marriage that was going to occur. We sacrificed, and now I have a blessed marriage. My love life is completely different from the women in my family, and I can see that.
We got our apartment. We got our car together. We are happy together.
I became more positive. The depression was completely gone. The suicidal notes were completely gone.
The addiction and the depression that I had, so was little by little, I was delivered. So I seek the Holy Spirit like no tomorrow.
And I was clear, sincere with God. I said, God, it's today. I do not accept to leave your house without being baptized with the Holy Spirit. And it was said and done. As I said it, I remember that day, it came upon me. I felt peace, almost like you want to go running all around the church telling everyone the experience that you went through.
I was happy, I was in peace, I was light, I can't even describe how I felt.
Now I know, I have certainty that this curse in my love life was broken, and now I am blessed because God is in the center of my life, of my marriage, and He is in control, and He will guide us together in partnership in this marriage.